place, I'll share a personal story. Another place where that came from, I remember in my early 20s, maybe I was 21 or 22. I was at a community college, and I met this gentleman there. We had a couple classes together. It was just ironic. I was at Montgomery College, and for those that know, there's a shuttle that goes from one campus to the other, right? From Rockville to the Tacoma campus. And this gentleman and I were in the same class in the Rockville campus. Then we'll see ourselves ride the shuttle together and go to the Tacoma campus. So we built a relationship. We started talking, and we found out we had similar aspirations and things in common and goals. And he was working at the time at a car repair shop, right? Or I wouldn't say repair, it was like minor upkeeps on cars. And I at the time, I was working at a group home in DC, and we said, let's start this business together. But we needed money, and we were making enough at the time. I was making enough to just pay my rent and my tuition. He was living with his mom, but he was paying his own tuition, and he was paying a car note. So he was making enough to pay his tuition and his car note. So I said, how about I put in a good word for you at my job. You work at my job is super chill. You know, you just sit down there, really. It's a group home. You just make sure people don't leave the premises. You're just sitting down. So half the time you're watching TV, or you're making sure they're doing their programs, and you get me a job at where you work at, and we can then make enough money to start this business. So that's what we did. He took me to his job. I got the job. I took him to mine, and he got the job. Now we both worked the same 2 jobs. And he moved out of his mom's house. Like I said, I had been living on my own for a couple years. So now we're roommates. We're working, and we sat down. We wrote down how much we need to start the business. And I was very young, I remember. And it was a 6-month period. We locked in. We saved that money, started that business. And it was like a contracting business, right? We bought the van, we bought all the equipments, and then we kicked it off. Then I got fortunate at the group home where I worked. One of the managers there owned a house in the Bowie area, right behind the Bowie Town Center. So he took me there, and he became my first client. And then I went around his neighborhood. It came to a point we had like 40 clients in that Bowie area behind the Bowie Town Center. And then we started having off-brand clients, one in Silver Spring, one in Riverdale, one in Hydesville. And we were doing well for ourselves at 20 something, to the point where I quit the jobs. But I'll say this much. One day I had a job. I'm going off a little bit. But anyway, just that mentality of setting a plan together, I never knew the benefit that would have for me over time. But that's what that ended up doing for me, is now looking at anything over time. Anything. I can just think back to when I was in my early 20s. Like, remember when you and dude put a plan together and you saw it through? I say that to say there's this mindset that needs to change as a real estate agent. And it may start with working out. Wake up this week. Just set a weekly goal of, I'm going to work out, or I'm going to read a book, or I'm going to watch my diet, and accomplish that, right? Just see yourself accomplishing a goal that you want to set and conquer, and do that. Once you do that, now you know what you're capable of, right? Moving forward in life, it is so strong, and even that helped me so much. And when I first got into management, they put me in an area. We went from 12 million for the end of the year to 12.3 million. So that helped me tremendously, because the person I took over from had just gotten promoted, moved the business from 10 to 11 million, or 11 to 12 million. Now we went up 300 grand. It wasn't a whole lot, but we were profitable. And then I got moved to another area, and just that mindset of, I can do this, helps so much. But you have to see yourself get it done the first time, to the point where now it became a gift and a curse. Wherever the store was underperforming at, I'm the guy they sent there to go put out the fire and turn it around. And it happened in different areas I went to. But that mentality of just remembering vividly my friend and I sitting down writing a plan. Now there's so much training on YouTube about that. Back then, YouTube wasn't a thing. YouTube kicked off maybe a couple years after that. So that was just chance, you know, chance, God, whatever you want to call it, that allowed us to sit down and put that plan together, see it through. That has been one of the biggest factors in my life as far as, and that mindset can help in so many different things, not only real estate, but whatever you want to put your mind to. And I think that is a very, very big goal in succeeding as a new agent. You have to develop the mindset of seeing something through, knowing in yourself that if I put my foot down, I'm going to get this done. And you may need to build that strategically over time until you get there. But whatever you do, you need to get there, because you don't have a boss. You're your own boss. And if you cannot get up and motivate yourself, you're going to fail. All right. Hope that was good. Hope you liked that. And if you got any questions, let me know. I'll be more than happy to answer any questions for you guys. Thanks for staying. Thanks for watching the video. Hope you found it informative. My contact information is in the description below. Send me a text or an email, because I'd love to help you with your real estate needs.